Now let's go play together. Together under the clearest of blue skies. Hi, I'm LP Master 6, and welcome to the third and final entry in the Yoshi Puzzle series. Released in 1996 for the SNES, it is Tetris Attack! Developed by Intelligent Systems, this is not a Tetris game at all. It's kind of like Tetris, it's a falling block puzzle game. Actually, I don't even know if it counts as falling block because the blocks don't really fall. But they just attached the Tetris name to this game so it would sell. And the Tetris company's Hank Rogers, it's spelled H-E-N-K, I'm not sure how it's pronounced exactly. But everybody seems to say Hank, but I think maybe they're just misreading it. I don't know. I'm uneducated on Tetris. I'm not the biggest fan of puzzle games ever. They're fun, but I get bored of them quickly. And I couldn't figure out how to play Tetris for several years. But anyway, he said that he actually regrets to this day giving Nintendo the Tetris license for this game because he thought that the game could stand on its own and sell really well. And it is a very popular game. It's not as popular as Tetris or Dr. Mario, but it's certainly more popular than either of the other Yoshi puzzle games. The Tetris company only gave out the license for a cash grab. And they admitted that. I thought that was really cool. Very respectable transparency in their business ethics there. Because there's nothing wrong with doing this for a cash grab. I mean, it's Nintendo. They're a trustworthy company. It's a good game. So it's not like they were cheaping out. They just made some money. And it was cool that they actually regret it. For the Tetris brand's sake. But enough about Tetris. I think everybody knew that fact anyway. But everybody definitely knows this fact that's watching this video. It may not be as common of knowledge as the fact that Doki Doki Panic became Mario 2, but this game was originally a Japanese exclusive, at least until 2019 when it came to the West untranslated on the Switch, game called Panel Upon, which I already covered on this channel very briefly. And we're not going to actually watch the demo. I would be remiss, because everybody uses that word, if I didn't point out that the baby Yoshis mouth to the music. I love it so much. And this soundtrack's amazing. This rendition of the Yoshi's Island theme is so good. And even the Nipper plants are hopping to the rhythm, sort of. They kind of get off beat. But it's still cool. The visuals in this game are great. See controller functions and learn how to play this game. This shows the controller layout. Yeah, even though it says it in the demo, I never remember that you can press L or R to raise the stack. I'm not sure if you can do that in the Game Boy version. There is a Game Boy version, by the way, and that's mostly what I've been practicing on, just for variety's sake, because nobody ever plays that version. But I opted for the superior SNES version, of course, even though the Game Boy version has a lot of interesting nostalgic charm, not just because it's a Game Boy game, but because of its simplistic aesthetic, if that makes any sense. Also, the 8-bit soundtrack is fantastic. X and Y cancel, so they can have a use in the puzzle mode only, which we'll get to later. It's kind of like the puzzle mode in Yoshi's Cookie SNES. We already saw Rule 1, basic explanation of how to play. This introduces more techniques. And you can look at this if you want. I just like to show the tutorials because nobody ever does. And in case you're seeing this game for the first time, I'm not very good at explaining things like this. So, glad there's a tutorial here. Check it out if you want. But it gives me a chance to talk about introductory stuff some more. But Panel Upon didn't come over because, at the time, the Western market was dominated by manly stuff. Because girls didn't play games, and boys liked cool action. And Panel Upon was about little fairy girls. So, Nintendo wanted something action-y. Oops! I forgot to tell you a little something. The dialogue is surprisingly good in the tutorials. There's the nice fanfare. Let's see. Did I tell you about... Stop! Okay, enough reading the text that's on the screen. I like doing that for most games, but this is a puzzle game tutorial, so I think we're good. So what Nintendo did to create cool action was head of Nintendo of America's PR, Yasuhiro Minagawa, asked Rare to do the retooling of Panel Upon with Killer Instinct assets. Killer Instinct, if you didn't know, was a violent fighting game developed by Rare. At least I'm pretty sure. Oh no! It looks like the game will be over. Whew! It's okay now. In the next lesson, I'll introduce you to the Versus mode. I just can't wait! Looking forward to it. Yes, that is a Family Computer Golf Japan course reference. I've been waiting for you. I'm so glad you came to see me again. Yeah, okay. Whew, I am dehydrated. It is hot. It is the last day of spring. It is July 20th right now. So that's why it is hot. And I am dehydrated. I have water in front of me, but I'm busy talking right now. But Nintendo rejected the plan to make a Killer Instinct puzzle game. So it became a Yoshi game. Based on the assets of Yoshi's Island. Now, they called it a Mario reskin, but it is... Mario is nowhere to be seen. There's Mario characters, of course. This is still a Mario game because it uses Mario assets. And the Yoshi's Island aesthetic translates decently well to the music and the fairy-esque. I don't know, because Yoshi is cute and cool at the same time, you know? So it fit perfectly for what they were going for. It might seem a little weird because I'm coming right off the heels of Super Mario 64 on the channel, that we're going back to the SNES for a game based on the game in the main Mario series before Mario 64, but you gotta think, Panel Upon came out in 95, and the Nintendo 64 and thus Mario 64 were not out yet in America. Uh-oh, my opponent just sent me a present! Sorry, Yoshi's distracting me a little bit. The game wasn't out in America, so this makes sense. We're going by the original release date of a game. And I'm considering Tetris Attack and Panel Upon different games, hence why I'm doing them separately. Oh, my back hurts now. But, this game is nowadays called Puzzle League. This particular iteration has never been re-released because of the Tetris license. That's why Panel Upon came to the Switch, and, Puzzle League has infiltrated multiple other Nintendo franchises as minigames or just standalone games with different reskins. I think. I'm pretty sure those exist. This will always be the original. This was re-released under the Yoshi aesthetic for Game Boy in Japan. I said re-released. It was still a contemporary release. And that's the only version of Tetris Attack, or as it's called in Japan, Yoshi's Panapon. So, Japan did not use the Tetris license. But that's only for the Game Boy version. There was no SNES version with Yoshi. Sort of. There is a different game that is basically this game with the Yoshi assets that's Japan only, but we'll get to that later. That's BS Yoshi, no Panapon. That's it. Lesson's over. School's out. Now go play. If my explanations were too fast to understand, choose how to play on the select screen again. Well, see you again. Bye-bye. Thank you, Yoshi. But we know how to play. How about how to improve? This mode shows you tips and will teach advanced techniques. Why is that scroll so bad? I'm not going to show too many of these here. But I will say, yeah, because it's just this. It's just little examples. I'm not going to make you sit through all of these. We have already been here for 9 minutes. Oops, my bad. Sure, we'll see an etc. Let's see something very skillful and astounding here, why don't we? That was not skillful and astounding. That was a beautiful coincidence. Alright, enough of you. What is in here? Obviously, it's going to be how to do chains. Sure, let's see a chain. Why not? We get the nice Lakitu and Goonie background with the sleepy Goonie. Alright, that's enough of that. Skill chain. We're not going to end up performing any of these. If you want to see skillful play, watch somebody else. Sorry, guys. The point of watching somebody like me play a puzzle game is not skill. It is to relax and hear me talk, I guess. That's why I like watching Nintendo Capri Sun play puzzle games even when he's good at them. You can actually change to Japanese text. I'm not sure why, because... Why is there Japanese text? Because they had to change it for the Yoshi assets. It's not going to have the original paneled upon text, I don't think. That wouldn't make sense. You can change to 1 for match points. I assume that's for 2-player. We're going to ignore the sound test and the music test for now. Obviously, this is sound effects, and this is full songs. But there are actually character bios. Hello, everyone. I am Yoshi. I am very glad to see you all again. A little problem has come up here, but with help from Little Yoshi, I think we can take care of it. And on the screen, you can hear their stage themes, and every character, even if they're not really in the bio, has a secondary character with them, like Yoshi and Little Yoshi, Lakitu and Goody. Hey you, my name's Lakitu. A funny thing happened today. I had to stop to play a game with Yoshi. Hey, ever hear the one about the Koopa King Yoshi and a Magic Koopa? We'll just look at a couple more of these for now. I'm procrastinating playing the actual game for some reason. Hello everybody, I am Bumpty. The ice world is my home. Brrr. People think I'm cute, but I hate that. Instead, you should just think of me as being cool. Bumpty and Dr. Freeze good. Now, in case I haven't made it obvious, I'm not going to finish the game because I'm terrible at puzzle games, and I feel like that wouldn't be very good content because the way I play is probably very frustrating to watch. I am Poochie, best video game character to exist in 1996, and the second best character of any media of all time. And the other one doesn't exist yet, and it's also a Mario character. And I'm not talking about video game characters, I'm talking about characters of all time. Okay, that's how much I love Poochie. My favorite character who exists at the release of this game. In anything. Period. Woof woof! You didn't know I like monkeys? Well see, I'm friends with everybody. Woof! Especially that Yoshi, he gives me eggs. Woof woof woof! Ironic because in the last game Poochie was killing grinders, now referred to as Ukikis, but remember the localization of Mario 64 changing that to Ukiki from Grinder does not exist yet. This is a cool feature. You can actually be controlled. Both players can be controlled entirely by CPU. And they have seven different skill levels. And you can watch the gameplay itself through any of the modes. The story mode, which is versus, one player versus. You can just watch the whole thing go through. But if you get to the ending, a message will pop up saying to view the ending, you have to turn off CPU switch because they won't let you see the ending if you're a cheater. I don't know what this does. I have no idea. But I'm going to leave it off because that's how it was by default. We're finally going to get into the game. This mode plays until game over. Time trial is self-explanatory. Stage clear is kind of a Yoshi's Cookie main mode-esque thing. Puzzle mode is just like Yoshi's Cookie SNES. I think I already said that. It might seem easy at the start, but it doesn't stay that way. And this is the main mode. There is a password system. There is no save battery in this cartridge at all. If you press up, left, and A here, you will activate super hard difficulty. It won't say it, but it'll turn the background red, signifying that you have. We're going to be going with, believe it or not, easy. That's how terrible I am at puzzle games. Howdy there! Welcome back to Yoshi's Island. Implying you've played the first game. Oh no! Bowser and his friends are at it once again. Using magic, he started the rains, a regular deluge. I heard that word out loud for the first time yesterday in a King K video, so I'm not sure. I need to look up the word again, honestly. He even cast a spell on most of my friends. If nothing is done, the world will be flooded. Luckily, his spell didn't work on me, and I figured out how to remove the spell. The time has come to defeat Bowser and his cronies. I'm free. Now that doesn't seem to make sense, but it will in a minute. And you can skip the cutscenes, which I think is cool. It's telling you right there. That's pretty advanced for its time. And we don't get to hear Yoshi's sick theme music, which is a remix of Storybox intro. But we'll get to hear it later. Alright, Now, I don't really have a good strategy for this game, especially while trying to talk, I've learned. But I'm going to do my very best, I promise. Oh well, we'll just do this. I'm already not talking? Oh my god. There's the pause screen. Now, the setting of this mode is Mount Wickedness. We're not actually in it yet, but we're essentially... What do you call it? Not the base? Is there a word that's like before the base? Is there a word for being near a mountain? I hope so. Because that's what this would be. This would be near a mountain. I thought that was neat. Because I don't know if the game actually says it. Again, I've never beaten this game. Because I'm pretty bad. We're just going to be stopping once I lose. Which... I'm going to bet stage 4. That's my guess. That is how not good I am at this game. See, that was a bad move. I should have added that star into the mix. And I never have an eye for setting up combos. I have done an intentional combo probably twice ever. And I've been playing this game every day since I stopped recording Mario 64. And I was pretty ahead on those recordings. Today is June 20th. I already said that. My bad. But tomorrow, summer officially starts. I have actually been pretty depressed lately, and I'm looking forward to summer. Looking forward to it. But I've just been depressed because of my usual... I talk about this in like every single series I do nowadays. Because of my obsessive compulsive problems, which I presume to be OCD, but they are undiagnosed, so I'm not sure. I'm not going to sit around and assume. Because it could be OCPD, but I definitely have something. Like, it's severe. It's causing me to be depressed. Like, for the last 2 years, it has been especially bad. I just used L and R for the first time ever in this entire game. Well, L. I didn't use R. Because you can use either or. How convenient. And that was ridiculously easy, as you'd probably expect for stage 1. This is a rare example of a game where I can't think of my first experience with it. It might be paneled upon coming to the Switch. I'm free. See, it tells you what characters are free. And between the story sequences, if you hold down or press X and Y, I'm not sure exactly. What? Why didn't it work? I'm so confused. Sometimes I can get it to work, sometimes I can't. You can change the character you're playing as, which will do literally nothing but change your background. In other modes, it'll change the music that plays, but since we're in versus, it'll always play the music of the opponent. Which is perfectly welcome by me. Every song in this game is stellar. Again, I may not be the biggest fan of this game. Not that I think it's a bad game or anything. Like, look at that. That was the most impressive combo you'll see from me on purpose. This morning, I got a pretty good combo. Oh, wait, you know what? We're going to set up a combo right now. Wait, that's not going to work. Never mind. That's not going to work at all. Yeah, no. Oh, well. I tried, guys. But my brain just does not work in terms of puzzle games. Oh, look at that. See, nice unintentional combo. But I got like a ×5 combo this morning. I wish I were recording then. Actually, I might have been in a practice take. Oops. But I mostly just sat around not saying anything, and you can't do that in puzzle games. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't have very many memories of this game. I feel like I've played it a million times in different reskins, but honestly, I can't think of too many that I've played extensively. So I'm not sure at all. Either way, it's a fun game. I didn't get bored any of the times I played it for more than 15 minutes at a time, which I've been doing every morning. I've been playing 1 or 2 games. of endless mode until I lose, and that's been my practice for the Let's Play. Because I really do want to get a feel for it, even if I'm not the biggest fan. I can stop saying that, because it's not like I don't like the game. I just think... I think it's overrated. And, you know, that's just my opinion. You know, I feel like puzzle games, of all games, are extraordinarily subjective in this regard. Oh, the music's so good. And every theme has a related critical version that may not even really be the same song. Also, I forgot to mention that in the how to play sections, that was Lip's theme from Panel Upon and her critical variation. At least I'm pretty sure. I think so. I'm free! I think I'm going to hold it down the whole time. But that's right, we are fighting Poochie! Yes, okay. I don't know why it doesn't tell you this, but you can go to a character select. There's no sound effect for pressing A on a wrong square. That's kind of disappointing. But I love Bumpty, so we'll play as Bumpty. Why not? Bumpty and Dr. Freezegood versus Poochie and Grinder. I still need to take a drink of that water desperately. But that's okay. I can wait a minute. I got up at... well, I woke up at 4 this morning because I had a nightmare. Not really, but like a half-awake nightmare of a brown recluse spider being on me because for the first time ever, I found one in my house. Now, if you live in America, you probably think brown recluse spiders are near you no matter where you live. They don't. They mostly exist in the South. Like Texas through West Tennessee, actually. Mostly south of me, actually. Because I live in West Tennessee. They're not very common here. And a lot of people think like they found a brown recluse. I have seen so many people see a spider that looks nothing like a brown recluse. And they'll be like, that's a brown recluse! So I woke up and I started researching brown recluses and like how common they are. Throughout the whole country, let's see, there was a study done where people were like, if you find a brown recluse spider, send it to me. Which is not something I agree with morally as a vegan, because I don't think it's right to kill spiders. Because, yeah, brown recluses can be deadly to small children if they're left untreated. And maybe cats. I'm not sure, but we got it out. I found it in my closet. They're attracted to cardboard. Sorry if you're scared of spiders, and I'm just talking about spiders. But my point is they're not actually that scary at all. Like, they're not dangerous, I mean. Because they will run away from you. They will only bite if they are being squished. So if you step into a shoe with one in it, which is very rare, because they're not a big fan of shoes. They like cardboard. They like storage areas where nobody's around. Shoes are normally near people. Or if you roll onto one in your bed, but it's not likely to be in your bed. So, like, cases of brown recluse bites are exceedingly rare. But in that study I was talking about, less than 20% of the spiders that they received were actually brown recluses. In most of the instances of brown... Watch that. No, I was about to... Okay, I was about to move that triangle block over so it would have gotten all 5. I was going to actually show a tiny bit of strategy there, but oh well. I guess I don't have to. Poochie and Grinder are no longer enchanted. I'm free. Alright, I'm going to press it a bunch of times. The thunder effect is actually pretty good. Flying Wiggler and Eggodil, because Flutter was not a name yet. And we are, of course, going to play as the best character ever, Poochie. Because why would we not? Oh, that Flying Wiggler is pissed. Alright, I don't think I've ever made it past this stage. I don't know if it's a difficulty spike or I just start sucking here for no reason. But again, I will try my absolute best. Sorry if you hear my chair squeaking. Am I done talking about brown recluses? But, I don't know, it just made me happy that I didn't feel like a spider normie, I guess. And I didn't think there was a brown recluse when there wasn't. That actually was one. If you just look up pictures and look closely, you will see if there is one in your house or not. But again, I don't recommend killing them. They're harmless creatures. So we just took it outside. My dad is always telling me, what if you see a brown recluse, huh? That'll kill you, kill your cats. If I, like, bother it on purpose, but even if I picked it up, it wouldn't bite me. It would just run away. So, little vegan rant for you, as usual on my channel. Don't kill spiders. They didn't do anything to you. Spiders get such a bad rep. There are so many creatures on Earth more dangerous than spiders. Namely, other people. Other people are way more dangerous to you than any other creature. Well, not any other creature. Actually, no, I think so. Take it back. Oh my, are we actually going to win? I can't believe it. We might actually win this one. Which means we get to play as Poochie for longer. I've been really sidetracked here. But my point is I've been up since 5 a.m. So I have not had enough water for the day. I think that's where I was going with this rant. But I will be showing off the 2-player after all the 1-player stuff I care to show. I will be showing off all the modes. My wife will be joining me for that. Oh my god. Once time unstops, then that's... okay, no. They still have a chance for a comeback. Alright, but we're going to get rid of our garbage block here. Yeah, we did it. Okay. Ooh, that feels good. What else can I talk about? How about the visuals for the game, huh? They are rid of the evil magic. I'm free. We have 4 more characters to unlock. You can see Mount Wickedness in the background. I just noticed that. Froggy and Claw Daddy. I've been trying to think of Claw Daddy's name all morning. But the visuals are really good in this game. You know, the art style's great. Matches Yoshi very well. It feels nice and faithful. I can see why this is a fan favorite game. It's just the gameplay doesn't, you know, mesh with me too well. But again, it's a fun distraction. It's just if I weren't Let's Playing this, there would be so many things I have better to do with my free time. No, so I really have no complaints with the game, except it's just a little boring to me personally, and that's about it. And I think that's a fair complaint, don't you? So I'm disappointed if you were really excited for expert gameplay at Puzzle League today. But hopefully you can sit back and enjoy me talking about spiders for a ridiculous amount of time. I hope so. Oh yeah. When Froggy, not Prince Froggy, Froggy, just the enemy Froggy for whatever reason, gets a combo, they do ribbit, and it's clearly just a human saying ribbit. The dog bark for Poochie is much more believable. Also, this game takes place in the modern day, not the past. With Baby Mario, no. There's an adult grown-ass Bowser in this game, but Poochie is still alive. And there's only one Poochie, as far as anybody's aware. So, like, what? Oh, man. Wait. I don't know how to maneuver this. Oh, well. Ooh, but we can do this. And then get that out of the way. Oh, God, every song is so good. I can't get over that. But I really don't have anything else to say about the game. So what are you guys doing for summer? It's not summer yet for me, but today I'm going to my friend Nathan's house. And then because my wife did not visit her father on Father's Day, we are going to see him afterward. Nathan is upset about this because we can't stay much longer at his house. But she didn't go see her father on Father's Day. She slept all day, which is okay. And she feels awkward asking her dad for a ride because I had the car, I had to work. I went out to eat for Father's Day with my dad. I can't believe we beat another round. Oh my god. Froggy and Claw Daddy are no longer spellbound. Spellbound. Oh. I got into that song before Stranger Things, just for the record. Okay. Gargantua Blarg and Flamer Guy. Is there no text for any of these? For some reason, I think there's text before all the stages. But it's still, like, how would they have the why would they have the character names in a Japanese script? That feels weird to me. Because this game was not localized for Japan. Like, I mean, it was a different game in Japan, if that makes sense. Whatever. We'll play BS Yoshi's Panapon one day on the channel. You might be... I didn't mean to do that. You might be wondering why, because it's basically the same as this game. Well, I mean, not entirely, right? We'll get there when we get there. You'll see. Also, my wife and I were going to go to the pool, which traditionally opens at the beginning of June, you know. Last week, 8 days ago, but we didn't because we were both really tired, so we're just going to go next week because this is my only free day this week. And I promised we would go to the pool ASAP, so that's what we are going to do. But we scheduled this with Nathan far in advance, and I'm not going to postpone on him. If you're wondering why I swapped these two, I accidentally pressed A. But again, I don't know what I'm doing, so you never know. Watching this playback is always one of my favorites. Watching myself play a puzzle game is immensely frustrating. But keep in mind, okay, a little bit, it is hard to talk and play a game like this. Why is it every time I record lately, I lose my voice? I don't know what that's about. Ooh, I didn't even know that was going to happen. If we're being honest. No, don't start saying weird stuff like that after a big pause in your commentary. I'm not even going to explain it. It's not worth it. I played the bass twice. My friend Justin came over a week ago today, and I found out I can, because my bass guitar's electronics are broken right now, and I have to get somebody to fix it, which I might do today, because my friend Nathan's dad knows how to fix it. I mean, his dad is also my friend. He's a really cool guy. I quite like his company, so we always hang out with him when we're over there. It's always cool when one of your friend's parents, you know, is good to hang out with. Galen's mom is like that too. I'm trying to think. I'm sure there's somebody else. For those of you who don't know who Galen is, he's been on my channel a million times. I have a channel with him called Cheesy Delicious, even though we haven't done anything on it in forever. Are we actually going to beat this game? I've never gotten anywhere this close before. Lunge fish and flopsy fish. Ooh boy. Here we go. God, I'm starving all of a sudden. That's not good. I don't have time to eat before I leave. Oh well. I'll just eat plenty of Oreos, because that's what I do best. I'm sorry. This commentary is all over the place. But I found out I can actually hear my bass okay, you know, when I'm in a more quiet room. Because I didn't have a room to myself for like 2 years. From May of 2018 to July of 2020 when I moved into this house. So I went for a long while. If you remember from some of my videos of that era, all I ever complained about in my life was working too much, not having enough free time, which has always been a complaint ever since I got a job on November 4th, 2017. And I complained all the time about not having my own room. So I could not stand it. You know, that's something that's very important to me. And you can tell I grew up without having to share a room with my siblings. I had the biggest room in my house. After a tornado destroyed our house, they decided to turn the sunroom, which was destroyed, into a bedroom for me. And since it was the size of the sunroom, it was the biggest room in the house, bigger than the living room or my parents' room. Before that, I had the smallest room in the house. No, it was smaller than the bathroom, actually. I mean, not smaller than any closets or whatever. Or the utility laundry room, whatever you want to call it. But I was 8 when I finally got a decent-sized room, and oh... Then I had a nice room in my first apartment that still was bigger than the room I have now for all my stuff. I don't sleep in it. I sleep in the same bed with my wife. I don't get the whole... I know you get better sleep alone, but why would you want to sleep in a separate bed from your spouse? Personally, I don't get that. No judgment. I just don't understand it. You know, there's no romance in that. Even though my wife and I don't cuddle much anymore because she gets too hot. It's hard for her to sleep cuddling. Even though we used to cuddle all the time. I do miss it. But I get it. I'm not upset with her. I didn't expect to be talking about cuddling today. What else have I been doing? I beat Ring Fit Adventure yesterday and sort of started the post-game this morning. I won't spoil what the post-game is. But let's just say there's New Game Plus elements to it that make me want to save it for later because it feels like doing more of the same. So I'm doing more of the side quick play stuff. But I'm actually like getting a really good workout and like having more energy ever since Ring Fit Adventure, even though I've also been depriving myself of energy by exhaustingly playing Ring Fit Adventure. It's the only consistent thing I do every day aside from work. And it's fun. It's a really good game. Like, that is an underrated gym. Speaking of underrated gyms, I have also been playing... Holy shit. Oh my god, we're almost dead. I've also been playing Yoshi's Crafted World, which is a very good game. We lost, but we made it all the way to stage 7, so I'm impressed with myself. You know what? That deserves a celebratory swig of wah. Listen to this song. That's right. Sad rendition of the Storybox intro from Yoshi's Island. Yoshi's theme is also a rendition of the same song, and we will get to hear that now, maybe? I think, yeah. Now let's get to it and do it. Actually, was there a conversation I had to finish? I'll talk about Yoshi's Crafted World some more next time. Might as well split the video here. I love you guys. I'm LP Master 6.